Traveling transrational blues. Yeah.
We tried to share salvation, but found we did not have our own. We heard the mother's call before the storm.
The rising storm. The rising storm. Boom, boom. Yeah.
Ta-da! Ta-da! Ta-da!
Where will we go when the river rise?
Yeah. Ta-da!
One December night, many years ago, a terrible violence arose from within me. I had vowed to never repeat the generational abuse that I so deeply resented, hated. But that cold night, right after the girls' dance recital, I, as they say, lost my... Fortunately for all of us involved, a presence arose around that rage, just short of a true domestic violence incident. That's when I reached out for help. I've been through many stages now, and I've unearthed many painful truths. I discovered a hidden shame and a self-hate in myself that was feeding on jealous disrespect. Truly terrifying. Traveling transrational blues. My journey to discover authenticity has led me to places I never imagined I would go. I am choosing now to align my efforts and my strength with what I know to be true. And this is what labor and the expression of worth is all about. Strengthening a tribe member deepens a tribe. Inclusive organismic depth tribes feed the world. Together, we are discovering our common work, our common stories, and our common love.
When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles she gives to me for free. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
LNTEOW. This little person seems to be just really happy to be right there with those plants.
I think that's exactly where she needs to be. That's where she belongs.
Oh, look at this up here happening.
I just love this room.
A loop pedal can be an incredibly helpful practice tool. LNTEOW.
I have these cameras, and I will look into the lens knowing that I'm communing with you. Hate, accusation, it has no substance. And if we behave as if it does, then we continue to perpetuate that falseness in ourselves.
You're inspiring me to kind of think outside the box as far as like the films that I'm taking and stuff.
This is part of the plant that Joanne, you know that long ivy that Joanne has? This is the mother.
Is that right?
Oh, I got the tea going.
There's a bread that's beyond, bread that's beyond, beyond, bread that's beyond, bread beyond, bread.
You get down to the business.
Glad to hear it.
You get down to business. And you talk about things that matter.
Beyond.
You're not
bread.
Just
beyond.
You don't use words just to fill the air.
Bread beyond. That's great to hear. I mean, that is the bread. That is my mission. Labor and the expression of worth.
Now the fresh cut cotton late November in New Mexico
We have the power.
lines the side of the road like an early snow. Who had to go? Dirty melting by the side of
Labor and the expression of worth. There's a bread that's beyond. It really is a heart change. We have to, as a species, all of these fires that are burning, we do not know how to put them out. Like Einstein said, we cannot solve these problems from the same level of consciousness that we created them.
Yeah.
Right. In my mid-30s, I started waking up as a result of seeing some very, very dark stuff, some stuff that was unacceptable, some hurt, some violence that I was wanting to be expressed through me. Thank God I woke up in the middle of that, and I reached out for help. You're a prolific artist, and you're creating and creating and creating, and your art, I have no doubt, is an expression of your salvation, of why you're still here, why you're still able to communicate. Your art kept you in a place.
It's my lifeblood.
There's a bread that's beyond bread. I see that. It's just evident. And that.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's good according to somebody else's standards. It's my soul, and it's something that I can give people. That's my soul.
Kurt Vonnegut would love you.
It's called The Tiger by William Blake.
William Blake. Okay.
And it's spelled Tyger. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes, or what wings dare he aspire, what the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain, in what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dead grasp, dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? It's that fearful symmetry, that terrible beauty.
I thought I was going to develop a new curse word, like it's a new way to cuss. What the hammer? What the chain?
What the hammer?
What the hammer? What the chain?
He said, what the hammer? What the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil? What dead grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? You know, it's easy to sit here in comfort and think about how far we've come and how all those lessons, like we could see the beauty of them now, but when you're in the tiger's mouth, you can't see the beauty. But I have a theory about beauty, and it's not my theory alone. I read Terry Tempest Williams wrote a book called Beauty in a Broken World, and she said that beauty is a force of nature, just like gravity. And so I wrote a song about it, about beauty as a force of nature, just like gravity, and it pulls us out of the dark the way the moon pulls the sea. Because I've been through some really terrible experiences, but every terrible experience, beauty is what saved my sanity. You know? I mean,
beauty as a force of nature, like gravity.
Right. The more you look, the more there is to find. That's how the song goes. And yeah, because in these terrible events, one time during this terrible event, I could smell honeysuckle from somewhere, and I didn't know where it was coming from, but it was so strong, and it saved me from the horror that was going on. And another time it was the sky. I saw the sky, and it was absolutely fantastic. There was no way to deny how beautiful it was, and it saved me.
You are familiar with loss, and you're familiar with trauma, suffering, and it sounds to me like you're telling stories of what it was like to come through that.
To come through it, and what helps you come through it. Like my message in that song, what I wanted to say was, look for the beauty, and the more you look for it, the more you're going to find, and that beauty is going to pull you out of the dark. That beauty can save you, just like, because it's more than beauty. It's, you know, it's goodness. It's whatever good thing you want to call it. It's love. It's God.
I suppose our definition of beauty, our definition of what is good or what has value or what has worth, that's changing.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
That's part of the evolution of our conversation.
Right.
Possibly.
Right.
I'm celebrating once again our friendship. I'm celebrating your art and the way it holds you and the way you share it.
Thank you.
I'm really grateful for that.
Thank you.
Is there anything else we need to say?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. This is good work.
This is where the silence hangs.
I love what Joe said one time, like, what other people are thinking about you is none of your business.
Right.
That shit set me free. If we can strengthen one another, then the tribes that we're connected with are also, the inclusive tribes that we're connected with are also strengthened.
Right.
And depth tribes, these groups of people who are highly skilled at nurturing, educating, in a compassionate, fiercely strong manner.
Yeah.